Hello, today I'm going to be recording a cover of R.E.M's Losing My Religion. My setup is this microphone going into my Focusrite, my guitar and bass going through my pedals into the Focusrite, and my acoustic guitar. All of that is connected to my MacBook Pro and I'm recording in Logic. For Losing My Religion, I thought the most important part is the driving, forward-moving rhythm of the song and the kind of fullness that really takes you away into its own world. So what I did on the song is layer lots of guitars on top of each other and lots of backing vocals to give it that full, spacious sound and really move you along with the rhythm. I've done a very simple drum beat underneath it just to keep it going, but most of the rhythmic information is coming from the instruments, from the guitar, bass and the vocal harmonies. I've determined that I want to record at 129 BPM. The rhythm is in 4/4 and I've copied the chords and the lyrics of the portion I want to record over here. I'm going to be starting with a guide guitar and this is just my standard band setup. I've got guitars, bass and vocals kind of preset so I can just jump into it, and then I've also got a drum track on this one. First, I will be recording a guide guitar track where I just play the whole portion of the song through with my guitar, just so I have something that I can use as a blueprint for the rest of the song. In this guide track, I can also chop things up if I want to change the structure or make anything longer or shorter, and I will often mute this just to use it as a guide in the beginning. I quite like the recording I did of the guide guitar, so I'm going to keep it. However, I'm going to add a simulated amp in Logic to make it sound more full and give it a more unique tone. For this, I'm choosing this Logic preset. I want something that has a tremolo on it because I don't have that in my pedals, and I really like the sound of it. I've already got reverb on my recording and also have a different plugin for reverb on the track, so I'm not going too crazy on that. I can turn the tremolo to vibrato, but I have that in my pedals if I want it, and today I'm really going for the tremolo sound, so I'm going to turn it back. For the second guitar, I will be recording a finger-picking rhythm, and I'm going to be focusing on the higher end because the strummed guitar already has quite a full body sound, and I'm going to only use the 3 upper strings and play the chords to create some texture and richness. I do find it quite hard to keep up with the click sometimes. I find it much easier to use a drum beat, and because I'm going to be adding a drum beat to this song, I'm going to do that next because that's going to make it a lot easier going forward to keep everything in time. After I've recorded that, I'm going to quantize it because I'm not playing in time, and I'm only going to edit a small portion and then copy and paste it for the rest of the song so I don't have to go over everything. I'm also going to adjust the loudness of the beats because that will make it sound a little bit more natural, although I'm not spending too much time on that. I'm going to keep the accents the loudest and just making other parts quieter in relation to that, to give it a more organic feel. I'm also going to right away look into the mix of the drums and just make sure they have enough low end. I really like to hear the kick drum punch through, and especially in this song I wanted to move the song forward, so I'm pulling up the volume of the low end of the kick drum, and I'm also giving it quite a lot of space in the mid-range as that's going to be quite full with vocals, so it's not going to be overpowering for now. After I've added the drums and I have the 2 guitars recorded, I'm going to be doing some main vocals. For me, vocals are the part that keeps me on track and tells me where I am in the song, so I always do them quite early on. For the vocals, I'm not going to do anything special, I'm just following the energy of the track and keep moving it along.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it.
After recording the main vocals, I'm going to double these 2 times and then pan those to the left and the right to make the vocals sound more full. To double them, I'm going to sing just the exact same, try to hit the same phrasing and have the words extend the same amount of time. This just adds to the richness of the sound. I'm going to be recording one of them with this microphone and one of them with another microphone to give it more variety.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough.
At this point, I usually just want to add loads of other harmonies on top, and I will be doing that later, but first I'm going to finish the instrumentation. For that, I'm going to be recording some acoustic guitar. I'm going to just double what I did on the electric, so I'm going to do one track where I strum the chords and one track where I finger pick. And I'm also going to be recording some bass. I'm going to mostly stick with root notes, just because I think the rhythm of those will move the song along exactly the way I want it to. Now that I've recorded the guitars and the bass, I'm going to be doing some harmonies. I'm going to put 1 or 2 harmonies throughout the whole song because I want to make that vocal really full and wide. And I'm going to be recording a higher harmony first. I'm going to record this twice, double it up on the left and on the right. And I'm going to use a slightly different approach for each take. For the first double, I'm going to sing it a bit more high poppy. And for the second harmony, I'm going to do it in a more breathy, softer way, just to give it even more variety and fullness.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it.
After adding those harmonies, I did a similar thing with the lower harmony that I added throughout the song, and then I also added an additional high harmony that had been in my head since the beginning of recording this cover. That one I only added on some select parts of the song to highlight those lyrics and make these parts sound especially full. I'm now going to show you how these harmonies fit together and how they sound layered on top of each other, and then you can listen to the finished product.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try